Good morning, students. I hope you all are very well. So, today let's begin with Geography chapter 4, and the name of the chapter is Agriculture. Students, before starting this chapter, I would like to say that we will cover this chapter in three parts. In part 1, we will get to know about the introduction of this chapter, what is the relation between agriculture and the world, what are its demand, economic supply, limitation to increase food supply, and in part 2, we will see the agriculture development in India and what are the problems of Indian agriculture, types of farming, and in part 3 we will get to know about the what are the various major crops all over the world. So let's begin with part 1 without any delay. So introduction, we all know that discovery of agriculture was a sudden discovery. As let's get back to very early age where early man used to live. He saw that there was a seed. When it fallen on the ground, after few days it become a plant. So after this, early man came to know about the agriculture system, and it was the turning point in civilization growth of mankind. After seeing this, the nomads gave up their nomadic life and they started to settle down, and over the centuries, other than agriculture, they also take up handicraft, and after which there was a growth or there was economic growth in the industrial stage. So here there is an image where you can see the nomad person. They have started settling down, doing agriculture and various other activities like animal rearing, etc. Here on your screen you can see two types of photographs. First, on the left of your corner you will see a farmer with his two ox and they are plowing the field, and on the right corner you can see again two farmers. They are harvesting their crops. This is the rice crop which they are harvesting. Let's move forward. Agriculture and the world perspective. We know that man is the only part of the living objects, means out of all living beings, man is the only person, or from all over the world, all over the universe, which inhabit the earth or which started living on the earth, and he is dependent on his physical as well as biological environment for his living. As he needs soil and river so that he can cultivate his crop on the fields. He also needs trees which will purify the air for his or for man's breathing. And there are some elements which can be changed, but others man has to adapt as they are. For example, the air cannot be changed, but man can plant more trees so that the more and more air could get purified. Okay. So here on the bottom of your screen you can see a combine harvester which is doing the harvesting process in the field. Let's move forward. Impact on economic development. The economic development has been creating imbalance, or in other words we can say that the economic development is not as the today's scenario, as it is creating imbalance over the earth. Disposable of industrial waste means when industries throws their waste out is a global problem, we all know, because it increases pollution. Smoke, chemical water, dust and scrap metals, they are becoming health hazard for both man and animals. Man has to live for the environment friendly approach, means he must live without harming the environment. Highly developed countries now they have started feeling that economic development must be done without harming the environment. Man and food supply. We all know that land area which is available for farming is very limited, and day by day the population is increasing. So to locate the population, more and more land is required. There are many scientific research being carried out on the field of agriculture, but they are able to take, or they are able to solve only some problems, not all. Improved variety of seeds, or which can say that high yield variety seeds, chemical manures, pesticide, improve irrigation facility means watering to the agriculture area, multiple cropping means more crops on the single land, and use of latest agriculture machines. These are some latest technologies or latest things which adds to the total availability of agriculture product. And here in the bottom of your screen you can see a man showing the red tomatoes and trying to selling it. Limitation of increasing food supply. There are many limitations to increase the food supply. There is a rapid increase in yield per acre, which is not able to obtain in developing countries. While hybrid seeds, many countries they can import it, but electrical energy which is needed to run the irrigation pumps and other things on the agricultural land, they may not be available for all the time. The shortage of diesel, which hampers or which gives the negative impact on the farmers, as many farmers wants to use tractors and pumps in their field for agriculture purpose, and it is not possible to increase available land for cultivation, because either you have to increase land for agriculture, or either you have to increase land to locate the increasing population. Both cannot be done simultaneously, and around 3/4 of the world total available land is unsuitable for cultivation, might might be for one or more reason. Increasing population and industrialization made additional demand on land, because both these factors require land to operate. In many cases, the land used for house and setting of factories is one which is arable, or which does not support much vegetation, and as a result, per capita availability or per person availability of the land is not likely to increase, or it may not increase in future. Let's move forward. Improvement in agriculture technology. These are the only reason of hope. For example, better seeds, good fertilizers, improved irrigation facilities, they can increase the production, and wastage to pets and losses in while storage, they can be checked, as it will definitely help to increase the quantity of food grains. The flood irrigation is wasteful, it must not be happened. Drip or sprinkler irrigation, it can lead to maximum or optimum utilization of available water resources, while the arable land remains same, means land cannot be increased. More land can be irrigated with the same quantity of available land by using latest agriculture technology. Here on the bottom of the screen you can see various variety of vegetables available in the market. Agriculture development in India. Agriculture is the mainstay of the Indian economy, as out of the total population, almost 2/3 of the Indian population is directly or indirectly dependent on agriculture for their livelihood. There is a wide variety of crops which have been grown in India, including food grains, and as well as there are many raw material in agriculture which provides raw materials. We'll discuss it again. There is a wide variety of crop which is grown in India, which include food grains, and these also act as the raw materials for many agro-based industries. India's climate, fertile plains and fertile soil and perennial rivers. It helps to sustain different variety of crops all over the year. The transformation of a plant to a finished product, it involves three stages. First is primary, second is secondary, and the third is tertiary activities. Here on your screen you can see an agriculture field, and there is a tractor which is being ready to cultivate the field. Tractor is the part of latest agriculture technology, as it is used to cultivate and harvest the field. Main features of agriculture in India. If we talk about the agriculture scenario in India, there are basically two seasons for agriculture. First is Kharif and second is Rabi. The Kharif season begins with the arrival of monsoon. When monsoon comes, Kharif season start, and the crops are sown or bowed in either June or July. And major Kharif crops which are rice, cotton, maize, millet, groundnut and jute. And if we talk about the Rabi season, it begins after monsoon or at the end of monsoon. Rabi season begins, and the crops are sown in October, November, and they are harvested in March, April. And major Rabi crops are wheat, barley, gram, mustard and linseed. There is subsistence agriculture which is common in most parts of India or most areas of India. There are small farmers which grow crops mainly for their domestic use and not the cash crop or not to sell in the market. And in food grains, there is very little surplus which can be sold in the market area. Here you can see an image of agricultural land and farmer and his family cultivating the rice crop. And if we talk about the intensive farming, it is done on small land holdings. Excessive pressure of population on land and the law of inheritance, it has led to fragmentation of land holdings. Means land holding is decreasing day by day for agriculture purpose. The large land holdings are divided into plots. Means if there is a large land, then it will be divided into small plots and on these plots different variety of crops is grown. And 3/4 of the cultivated area is devoted, means out of the total land 3/4 area is devoted for cultivation and 1/4 area is remain for other purpose. There is dependence on uncertain and unvariable monsoon rains for irrigation in India, and due to this uncertain monsoon, only 1/3 of the cultivated area is irrigated by the monsoon rain. Many farmers in India are poor and illiterate, and they use old tools or primitive tools, outdated method of cultivations, and they depend on animal for farm work. And if we talk about today's scenario, many farmers have started using modern methods of cultivation, for example pump set, tractors, combine harvester, etc. So students, here comes the end of part 1. I hope you have understood this chapter's part 1. We will discuss more topics in part 2 and part 3. Till then, take care and thank you.